I think we do react. I'm not built for using my brain. You know what I mean? I'm just not built for that kind of. It's really difficult, you know, using your brain. Okay, let's change the mood. We're changing. We're watching the newest Ben video, Bricks and Minifigs. I'm sure it's gonna go really well, and there's gonna be no corruption whatsoever, right? I'm sure it's gonna be a happy and good revelation as to why it's taken so long, and it's not gonna be rage baiting whatsoever.
Court, and I don't even know what I did wrong. Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs is making up tons of lies about me to the police to try to get me thrown in jail so I can't release my documentary about them. But the crazy part is I'm not even allowed to know what they're saying I did. Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court, so I formally requested the audio, but since there was no visual, I hired an animator to animate over it.
Right now,
okay.
I don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victims. However, I think there are some redactions that maybe don't make sense and that weren't to protect the victims, and there's some things being said about me that are redacted I don't know about.
I do have some concern in this case with the defendant representing himself. The allegations here relate to the fact that the defendant, he's a person who, he's a YouTuber, creates videos, publishes them online, and has been, if this defendant were to represent himself and we were to provide body cams and discovery, we would be now providing additional information and fodder for this defendant to create videos from which he could profit by placing them on YouTube at the expense of our victim. I have serious concerns for that.
Surely if he's not allowed to do it legally,
claiming
right?
that if they tell me what I'm being accused of, then I'll use it for content on my YouTube channel. And they can't have that. They're arguing to the judge that the best thing to do is to not let me know what's being said about me, which is very strange.
How the hell do you have a court case when you don't know why you're in court
argument
for?
And just in case you haven't been following along with this whole Lego story, this is all happening because I stepped in to help a family who got their Lego collection stolen from a company called Bricks and Minifigs. And for the last couple months, this company's been doing whatever they can to get me arrested so they can keep all the Legos for themselves. And this isn't even just me speculating. One of their own employees literally told us what their plan was.
I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested?
Dang.
How do we get them arrested?
But eventually, Bricks and Minifigs found out that I'm not just some random kid. I'm actually a YouTuber making a documentary on the entire scandal.
So the YouTube guy is named Reckless Ben. I don't want to be on YouTube.
Yeah, this is when things really started getting crazy. Bricks and Minifigs went into ultimate defense mode and was gonna do whatever it takes to prevent this documentary from coming out. First, the police got a call saying I had heroin on me.
I kind of forgot how bad it was, and now that I'm like realizing how bad it actually got, I'm just like, fuck. If he wasn't even, it's crazy to the point where you need to find a crazy fucking YouTuber who's willing to take this on instead of just getting help from the legal channels. That you have to rely on some random fucking crazy YouTuber who will go to the extremes for it. No, I believe it will get worse. I know we're just at the beginning, but like, it's just insane that you can't rely on, you know, the legal channels anymore.
I was the one that stole the Legos. And I got swatted by the entire police department.
Included in the warrant.
Everywhere's kind of corrupt.
Arrested. But right when I got out of jail, I got a warrant for my arrest for some mystery crime that I committed.
It seems like this guy might live in LA, or his last known address is in LA.
Yeah, the police showed up to my house all the way in Los Angeles to arrest me without bail.
He was like, just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest.
But the police couldn't arrest me.
Any idea where he actually is?
No idea.
Okay.
I was somewhere very far away.
Mexico!
But anyways, back to court. The judge is looking at signing a protective order to protect Josh and all of his statements about me. If this protective order gets signed, then I'll never be able to find out what he's claiming I did.
I got bad news. I don't think we have any more budget for animation, dude.
Oh, shoot. So how do we animate this next court scene? I guess if we have to not pay the lawyers, then I guess the animation's more important, right?
Yeah, we decided maybe the lawyers are actually more important, so
Oh, yeah.
We ran out of animation budget. Sorry, guys.
The court's inclined to sign this pretrial protective order unless you have an objection to it, Mr. Schneider, and the objection to such an order.
Yes, I think there's a bunch of misunderstandings in this case, and so this person doesn't want to get exposed, so he's making up a lot of lies about me to order to like get me arrested before he gets exposed. So that's what this whole thing's about.
However, before I was allowed to show any of the overwhelming evidence I have to support my claims, the judge didn't care about the evidence and signed the protective order anyways.
Oh, okay. Corrupt judge, right? Okay.
So the court has made it clear they do not want to look at the evidence and they want to protect Josh and Brandon for some reason. And now I have to somehow fight a court case against all of these mystery crimes against me that
he's Mormon too. I'm not surprised.
So this whole mess is happening in
he's obviously part of it.
Utah. But I'm also being charged with another case in Provo, Utah. This is where corporate bricks and minifigs is, which is why I'm also being charged here.
Please don't be Mormon corrupt people here in Provo.
Actually followed the law when it comes to discovery, and they sent me all the raw body cam footage of what I'm being
they actually
charged
followed
for.
the law.
Let's start at the beginning, the moment I first met the CEO. The reason I'm talking to him right now is because before exposing this company for the grand theft they committed, I thought it was in good faith.
It's genuinely making all Mormons look bad. Remember when that one young Mormon kid came up to the door and was like wanted to ask the guy about it, but he like sent him away? It's just making them all look awful.
Give them an opportunity to do the right thing first before I make.
Surely other Mormons are pissed, no?
$1,000 worth of Legos.
Right.
Nope. Never happened.
But the CEO did not want to take the opportunity to do the right thing and instead instantly called the cops on us.
Hi there, I'm calling to report a crime.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or
what?
I'll kill you. It's Ben Snyder who's been the one engaged in this behavior.
You can see in the police report that the crime he wanted to get us charged for is called
Pray nobody bounces on the bed for these Mormons.
extortion, which basically means we're threatening him into paying us, which is very illegal. However, obviously he's just making all of this up.
Okay, yeah.
The reality is, I just thought it was a nice gesture to give him the opportunity to do the right thing first.
If you guys do have our Legos, we just kind of want them back, you know?
But if there's one thing I've learned from this entire experience, it's that whoever ends up doing the morally right thing just ends up getting screwed over. So now it's time to play the way Bricks and Minifigs is playing and use their own strategy against them. Right now, their strategy is to get me arrested before I get them arrested. So now I'm gonna Uno reverse this and get Eamon, the CEO, arrested before he gets me arrested. But if I'm gonna be the reason that someone's going to jail, I should probably make sure that they definitely deserve this. So I'm gonna give them one more chance to try to do the right thing first.
They're never gonna take it.
But instead of doing the right thing and attempting to work this out, Eamon just hid in his little office. And he called the police on me.
I can already tell you right now, no one's coming out to talk to you guys.
Really? But they told us that they were.
I know.
Normally I wouldn't want to get someone arrested, but we gave him every opportunity to talk to us, so at this point he's just arresting himself. However,
Stream starts at 9 AM, I was never showing up.
Strategy and Bricks and Minifigs' strategy is I don't have to lie to the police. Eamon McNeff actually committed a crime. I have tons of crimes on camera that Eamon McNeff has committed. Let's start at the beginning with crime number 1.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No. So who's
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who is that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Nope. Never happened.
Eamon was first trying to claim that he's never even heard of Brian Mansell, and this guy definitely never had any Legos in a Bricks and Minifigs store. But once we showed him all of the social media posts his own company made, it was very obvious that we just caught him in a lie. So the CEO decided to change his story, and now the story is the Legos used to be in the store, but the previous owner, Crystal, she stole the Legos right before they took over the store.
Right.
You don't have the Lego. Crystal sold the Lego.
The only problem is there's security camera footage of the previous owner getting kicked out.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours.
I wonder how their lawsuit is going, because I know they're also suing them.
They're going
I
to be
wonder
the
how
ones
that's
to take over the
going.
consignment deal with all the Legos that are still in the store. And as extra proof that these Lego sets were still in the store, the owner went into the back and started taking pictures of everything that you can verify in the metadata with the timestamps that match the exact moment she's getting kicked out. And then you can see her leave the store with nothing in her hands, proving that the sets were still in the store and the CEO is lying to us right now.
Ooh.
But that's only one side of the story. I also thought it was fair to hear his side.
You sent a bunch of pictures of the Lego still in the back, and you can see in the security camera footage, corporate comes and throws her out.
Great. I understand what you're talking about, but you have a misunderstanding of what has occurred, and you're taking one person's word over another person's word. You need to go after the party that's responsible, and you don't want to because that's not easy. You have accepted a narrative that is not real, and you are continuing to pursue that.
Holy shit! This guy seems narcissistic as fuck.
Gives you all sorts of clout and does all sorts of things that way.
So basically what the CEO is trying to explain to me is we shouldn't be looking at the evidence. Instead, I should just be taking his word for it because
Gaslighting from hell.
Crystal Law was a former franchisee.
I'm sure if Ben said like, okay, fuck all the YouTube shit, if we just turn cameras off, you give the Legos back, we'll end it all. He still wouldn't have agreed to that. We all know that. You know what I mean?
She took Mr. Mansell's Lego,
AFTK.
sold it, didn't pay him. She has his
Literally praying you side with him.
his Lego, she has his money.
To make it easier for you guys to understand the
it's
CEO's
Mormon?
argument, we're going to demonstrate his argument with a little skit.
Oh, that wasn't a backflip. No. Oh, are you sure? You have a misunderstanding of what happened.
Yes, this is the exact argument the CEO is trying to make. Something we just saw in video.
Okay.
The CEO is saying never happened.
Okay.
Which
That wasn't a
the CEO
backflip.
is lying. And most people would agree that lying is morally wrong. However, if you lie about a crime the way Eamon's lying to me right now, then that's not just morally wrong anymore. That crosses into new territory called illegal. The specific crime is called obstruction. If someone commits this crime, they can get arrested.
No, if you're Mormon though, you don't get arrested if you're a Mormon.
We're at the
He
police
has
station,
crazy eyes,
and
right?
We're gonna charge him with a
He
criminal crime.
he looks
obstructing
like
of evidence
insane.
Of
He's got that kind of eyes you look at, like you see pictures of serial killers and shit, and you'll sometimes like see their eyes, and you're just like, oh, they don't look like they have like anything like
a $200,000
soulless
theft.
eyes.
And
You know what I
good news
mean?
For us, we found out last week that all of the police in Utah take obstruction very seriously here. The police arrested my friend Sheldon for obstruction just for locking his phone.
Right now, you're attempting to destroy evidence. Okay, put your hands behind your back. I was just locking my phone. You're under arrest for obstruction of evidence right now.
The crazy part is, the police didn't even have a warrant, so Sheldon locking his phone was 100% legal. But the police arrested him anyways because that's literally how serious the police take obstruction crimes here. They do not mess around when it comes to obstruction. So now, just imagine how angry the police are gonna be when I go into the police station and tell them that someone is actually, for real this time, committing an obstruction crime. And this obstruction crime is on a much bigger scale. Later, the police called me saying that they were going to do a police investigation on this.
Hey, Benjamin, this is Officer Halpern from Provo Police.
I told the detective the entire situation.
He was saying
okay, so this is the different police
Lego sets
station.
were never even in the store. Like all of this stuff.
Oh my god, please, can someone help?
Saying this. I think he's
in the fucking state of Utah, can some legal entity help?
Obstruction. And now that we stole Bricks and Minifigs' strategy, I think the plan is finally gonna work.
Looks like the CEO is going down.
I mean, I submitted the videos of Eamon saying we're gonna burn down the building and shoot him.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you.
And then I submitted all the raw footage of the entire conversation I had with him, proving to the police that we never even said anything close to this. This raw footage verifies that everything I told the police is true, and everything Eamon told the police is a lie. On top of that, I even got access to the complete case Eamon made against me, and he doesn't have a single piece of evidence to support any of his claims. Which I guess makes sense. Like, how can you support evidence if you're just making everything up? Like, of course you can't submit anything.
Yeah.
So if the police have to decide what case to pursue, they're obviously going to pursue this case because it has like a ton of evidence.
You'd think, right? But no, since this guy's Mormon, they're gonna go this one. Hi, Lonnie. Oh, 3 months later.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Oh.
Hello, my name is Ben Schneider. A couple months ago, I made a case and you were the officer that was helping me create it.
No,
I submitted
Provo,
a
don't
bunch
let
of
me
evidence through a
down.
link you sent me, and this was a couple months ago, and I haven't heard anything back. And so I'm just calling to see if I can get some type of update on how the case
Have you
is
seen the
going.
CoffeeZilla video? I didn't watch any videos about this case other than Ben's himself because I didn't really want to hear the source from anyone else. So I have
it's
not.
about the CEO Eamon McNeff of Bricks and Minifigs in an obstruction case. And so if you could give me a call back at your earliest convenience, that'd be awesome.
1 week later.
Your call cannot be completed.
No, they
literally
fucking got the guy who was looking into
What I
it.
tried, I could not get a hold of this police officer.
Hey,
So
Crimson.
I'm traveling all the way back to Utah to go back to the Provo police station in person to see how the police investigation against Ammon is going. And I just so happened to get a hold of the police schedule and arrived at the exact time this officer was supposed to arrive. But before I could speak to this officer, one of the other police officers called into the front desk and asked to talk to me.
Really? They said he was going to be here today at 3 o'clock.
There's always the chance that they might have called out sick or something.
Is there any way that you can like check if he's here, or?
He's definitely scheduled to be here. Like I said, they might have called out sick or something.
Are you gonna look and see how the case is going? All I really want is kind of just an update on the case.
No, these people are corrupt too, aren't they? No. Is there not a single legal entity in Utah that is not corrupt? Not one? Fucking hell.
You can't even just tell me like how it's going, like if he's still looking into it, or?
No, I can't. That's not something I can do.
Okay, well thank you.
So basically I came all
The behavior of Ben is so divided. People expect Ben to be perfect in everything he does, but obviously in a situation like this, we're frustrated, right, watching it. Imagine how frustrated he is. Can we really blame him for fucking up sometimes and doing dodgy shit at times and for not being completely 100% all the time? Like, he's the one going through it. So honestly, I don't blame the guy for trying to do roundabout methods when these fucking guys are doing what they're doing and getting away with it. You know what I mean? I don't blame him. I don't blame the guy.
Zero answers.
Female detective? What female detective? Who? The person on the phone? Huh? Wait, who are we talking about?
But eventually, I did find an answer. They said
The one calling Ben? Oh, I didn't know that was a detective. It just seemed like that just seemed like a person on the phone, like the thingy. I didn't know she was a detective. She's being sued for a wrongful death case. She took out an arrested patient she thought was in take. A bunch of drugs in the hospital, didn't tell the hospital she was taking him out, put him in a jail cell, no treatment, and they ended up dying of an OD in custody. Okay, I had no idea she was a detective.
me in the mail, and
Hi,
looks like I
Frazzy.
was right. The police only had time to take on one of our cases, and it was Ammon's, not mine.
Of course.
Yes, the case that had an overwhelming amount of evidence. They thought that case was garbage, and
Of
they
course.
took on the case that has zero evidence
Hi,
at all.
Foxy.
In the police body cam,
Making out. What the fuck was
took on the
that?
case.
If Ben can prove that theft took place, this is considered grand theft, which is a felony, because it's $200,000.
that has zero evidence at all. In
Ooh.
the police body cam footage, after the police watched my full conversation, proving that I didn't threaten to burn the place down or literally anything, they even admitted to Eamon that there was no credibility with his entire case against me.
We agreed that there really was no extortion code that would fit your situation. However, you know, at the end of the day, we do want to help you guys so you're not having to deal with this fool. And
They're purposely trying to fuck it. Okay.
all these issues. We
Yeah,
did
they're trying to
find
do
that
illegal
there was, like, a
loopholes.
code that fit, and it's called aggravated commercial obstruction.
The police just told Eamon that even though there's absolutely nothing to his claim against me, if they work together, maybe they can fabricate some type of charge against
Can
me.
be handled by higher courts. I think the only way this is ever getting solved is if it gets outside of Utah, bro. That's the only Bricks and Minifigs with the Mormons. What is this? The only way this will ever get resolved is if it's outside of Utah and outside of the corrupt Mormons shit. Okay, so this is Bricks and Minifigs with the Mormons. Hold on. What is this?
legs up front.
All right.
Turn around.
Okay. What the fuck?
Tricky thing is that we have to prove that this individual either entered or remains unlawfully on the premise. When
She was into that.
Did you have to ask him more than once to leave?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, we're not leaving until we get it. And he's like, no. Like,
So Eamon's telling the police that even though they continuously told us to leave, we didn't leave.
How did he get this footage of this corrupt woman detective? That's interesting.
But if we go back and look at
maybe
the
it was in
footage
the
of what
court
happened,
records.
This is the reality.
So when they say go to corporate, how do we respond next time? I have no idea. You have to take it up with them. It's your thing with them. That doesn't involve us.
You can request
That's a
it.
separate business.
Okay, yeah, but like, let's be real. He's requested a lot of footage and they've just fucking censored all of it. So I'm surprised that one was not censored. Let's be honest. It's all be fucking censored. Yeah, you can request it, but if they will comply, it's kind of 50-50 at this point. If that, like 20 fucking 80.
Hey, do you want to talk? They're on their way out. Do you want me to grab them or not?
I don't know. It kind of looks like the reality of what happened is we left too early for them. They wanted to pull us back in to keep talking to us. But we did show back up a second time. And
they're incompetent enough to
credit,
believe that they didn't realize what they were admitting. It's so incriminating. Bring down the whole state of Utah.
halfway through the conversation,
this needs a court outside of Utah, bro.
he did
We
say that
need
if
we need
don't
some
leave,
outside
he's gonna call the
assistance.
cops on us.
You can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way?
And this is right after I told him you could do it either the easy way and just give us the Legos back, or we can do it the hard way, implying that we would take him to court.
So you're threatening me.
I'm not threatening. We're right. Like, we have a right to the Legos, so we're gonna get them the easy way or the hard way.
What proof of
Is it a threat to say let's go to court about it? I feel like the fact he thinks it's a threat is kind of saying something in itself, right? Because if he was truly innocent, he would think, okay, we can go to court. That's not a threat. You know what I mean? If he truly thought he was innocent, it wouldn't be a threat. It would be like, okay, let's do it.
I can give you proof if you want.
But right after he says this, he's now asking us to provide him proof that we actually are entitled to these Legos, so we can't leave now.
Because surely if you're innocent, you would want to go to court and prove your innocence, right? You don't act defensive if you're innocent.
He says this one more time.
An innocent person has nothing to fear, especially if you're a rich CEO. You can go to court and it would not be even a drop in your budget, right? It would be no problem.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working with us, and so see you later.
He left after the first time he asked.
Well, we have now all just seen the video footage of what actually happened. But now let's hear how Ammon describes it to the police.
guys, at this point, I've asked you to leave. Please leave. Well, we you know, like, you have to listen to us. You have to pay us this money. No, guys, you need to leave, and you're not leaving. Like, but I asked multiple times, they did not leave.
So they're just making shit up.
Second-degree felony.
Second-degree felony! Surely the shit he's saying is a felony. No, he's constantly he's lied to the cops like 10 times. Do these cops, are they just not like, okay, he's lied to us like 10 times, but he's one of our brothers. He's one of our Mormon fellas. It's okay he's lying to us 10 times. That's fine. We'll still fucking help the guy.
Yes, because they went to the corporate headquarters and tried to give Ammon the easy way out of all of this. They're now trying to get me on a secondary
Exactly.
felony.
Are the cops not like, okay, I get it that they're all like Mormons and in the same cult and shit, but are they not bothered they're being lied to repeatedly? Are they not bothered by that?
Which,
like,
I don't really know how any of this would make me get a secondary felony. Like, what the heck, police officers? But they're
Like,
doing
it just makes
and
them
the
look bad
punishment for this
too. No one
crime
wants to
is
look
15
bad
years
for
in jail.
the sake of someone else if they can help it, right?
I don't know, you know, like however else.
How
you know,
have
like,
they
some of
not
stuff
clocked
comes
that he
through, but,
records
you know, like,
everything
the
by
reality
now?
is, like,
Right?
We've tried to talk with him and said we're willing to work with you.
Yeah, I think one of the main reasons the police keep taking Ammon's side instead of ours, besides the whole Mormon thing, is that Ammon keeps framing the situation as he's just the helpful CEO who's trying to do the right thing and return Brian's property, and we're the ones that are preventing him from giving it back to Brian. So I say we rewatch the footage and see what actually happened.
We said we would be
We've watched this footage like 10 times.
Mr. Mansell.
Yeah, because Brian said
he was unwilling to.
Wait, he was unwilling. Wait, I thought you didn't know who he was like 5 minutes ago.
Well, Brian said he asked for the store inventory, and that because he said like he wanted to work with you, and then you guys didn't provide the store inventory.
We asked him to provide us with any documentation, and he provided us with a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is not something that anybody you can just walk over to a McDonald's right now and say, all of your ice cream machines belong to me. Why? Because so and so said so. And I have a spreadsheet that says that all of these ice cream machines belong to me. That's not proof of ownership. That's not proof of anything.
Okay,
so
but the proof
off,
of was with Crystal.
Ammon's referring to wasn't just some mystery spreadsheet. It was the actual inventory the store made. But I guess Ammon's trying to claim that the previous owner stole the Legos and then.
Guys, all of the money in your bank account, it belongs to me because of my spreadsheet. You should donate it now to my exclamation mark Kofi link.
And so now it basically makes this inventory.
I'm waiting.
He said that when corporate was taking over the store, that they actually did their own inventory.
No. Oh, fuck.
We did an inventory.
And good news for me,
everyone do it in bits.
This inventory. He's actually always been willing to give it to me or Brian. All we've ever had to do was ask.
We will work with you to obtain any Lego that does exist.
Well, we did that, and you guys.
When?
I think we've mailed like 5 or 6 times, and we've gotten 0.
5 or 6, 6 or 7.
Yeah, literally the first thing I did right when I heard about this entire situation was I googled
12 crisp bucks in my bank account.
Contact us and sent them a message.
Who the hell was that?
I actually got a message back from
corporate
corporate
only
saying
talks about
that they would
boobs.
love to
Oh,
help.
okay.
But after a few months, I kept trying to reply to this message, and they just completely ghosted me.
I think we've
Look at
done,
his
like,
previous
6 over the
messages.
last, 4 or 5 months.
Pull it up. Find out. Tell me when.
Let's see. I said like, hey, I don't think this ever got resolved. I'm just reaching back out right now. And then
it's like fair enough if you say it once, but come on, man. Every time you talk in the chat, it's all you're gonna say. Come on, bro. Stop gooning.
That says.
Nah, I'm sorry, but the 3.0 is getting a reduction.
FBC.
I'm sick of it. We're getting a reduction. I'm fucking sick of it.
Well, this is just on the website, so.
Did I tell you to look up something on the website and send it there?
Well.
Did I say that? Just barely.
Well, that's what.
Yes or no? Did I say that?
No.
I just said.
Right. Oh my god, he has the manipulator narcissism down to a T.
Yeah.
And we will work with that.
But you're getting mad at me because I emailed the email on the website.
You keep saying that you're like. So I understand that, but I'm telling you right now, and you're
the fuck ass mustache. Please just cut these parts off. It makes you look silly. It doesn't make you look cool.
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. Let's let it rewind a little bit. So just so I can take all of this in.
I just said send me an email to franchise@bricksandminifigs.com, and we will work with that.
But you're getting mad at me because I emailed the email on the website.
You keep saying that you like. So I understand that, but I'm telling you right now, and you're trying to argue on something that I didn't give you any information about. I'm telling you, send it to that one.
Yeah, you're like,
twirls his evil mustache when stealing 200k of Lego.
No, I'm telling you.
Well, me personally, I twirl my bush while I extort you guys of your money in your bank. Sorry, I'm only kidding. It's a joke.
Well, that's your guys' fault for putting that email on the website.
Sure. Okay.
Ben, so why are you getting mad at us because we emailed the website for your instructions?
Excuse the fucking me.
Well, we're not harassing. We're just asking for our Legos back. If someone stole money from you, and you went
the fuck did I just hear? Nothing, man. Don't worry about it.
It seems like Ammon kept either trying to stall or switch the subject. It almost seems like he doesn't want to actually give us this inventory. What? He keeps saying he's willing to give it to us.
You guys can send that inventory list to us?
I do believe so, yes. I think we have sent it to Brian.
He said he said that's all he wants is the inventory list, and he'll stop like bugging you guys.
Well, then, Mr. Mansell and you, and if you want to be included on the emails with Mr. Mansell, that's totally fine. You guys can email.
Smile. Wait, the problem could have just ended here. What?
He said he's been asking for it for over a year now.
We can show the inventory list that was obtained when the store was originally taken over from Crystal Law, and we can work through that process and try
that's very nice.
What was or wasn't there, and also try and identify.
Yay! Problem's over, guys. We fixed it. Yay! Oh.
He says they always say that they'll send me the list, kind of like how you're saying. Oh, we can send it easily.
but then when it comes down to it, you'll never actually send it. So maybe if you actually go ahead and send it, it would make him feel better.
Well,
oh.
I understand what you're trying to get at. We're more than willing to work with you and help you. That's what I'm saying. Send an email to that.
We're more than willing.
And that will produce results.
Hi, Jet Jaguar.
Anyways, I sent an email to the email he told me about.
Excuse me, Jesus.
Website, that's a bad email.
Oh.
Don't ever email that one or the CEO is going to be pissed. But according to Ammon, now that I've sent this email, I should be receiving the inventory list very soon.
Right?
So I waited.
I like his shirt.
Day.
Fuck him.
And I got no answer.
Is that a razor blade and an apple?
So the next day, I sent them another email. I patiently waited again for about a week. And
I
finally,
understand this. This shit is the worst thing ever. I've literally got this exact problem with like my electricity company that I've been trying to fix since fucking January, bro. Is this part 3? Yes.
This is the response. Mr. Schneider, BAM Franchising Incorporation will not participate in any form of communication that appears
Scottish Power.
designed for public provocation.
Still going, by the way.
Or
Still £6 a day, by the way. Even though it's summer now, and we were still £6 a day in winter. The price hasn't changed whatsoever.
Manipulation of facts for the purpose of media content. Attempts to obtain privileged or confidential.
It's like, imagine you're paying $10 a day, Sky.
Creation of fraudulent documents.
And energy, electricity. That's me. That's my life last fucking 7 months.
I want to be like, hey, if you're innocent, I want to prove that you're innocent with this inventory list. But now, by me trying to do that, that's criminal behavior on my part.
And considered harassment. And
that I'm broke as shit because of them. That's insane, Scotch Power at. It's been a legal battle. Well, it's not even a legal battle yet, but it's been a problem for 7 months straight.
To refer such behavior
and they, of course, are doing what Bricks and Minifigs are doing and dragging on as long as they can. They also tossed a random 1k debt at me. They did. They have, yeah. And because of that debt, I can't change company because they'll lock the debt to me if I move company with that debt.
Authorities.
It's
I'm not going insane about it or anything.
List, or else we're gonna call the cops.
Yes, Bricks and Minifigs has officially banned me from ever asking for this inventory list
Still
again.
waiting on my £50. Yeah, there's that as well. I'm still fucking waiting too, buddy.
And I'm not the only one who's banned from asking for this list.
He promised us a full inventory right away.
It's insane, and also I don't have a job. My entire like disability money is going on my electricity. Pretty much.
Yeah, and every time it's been just absolutely nothing. So we've never gotten anything. We've never gotten an inventory list.
Wish it was dollars, bro. Yeah.
Who got her entire store stolen from her by corporate. I mean, she's legally required to get sent an inventory list, and even she, 2 years later, has not gotten it yet.
It would have resolved everything
fuck.
because they would have had to identify.
Are they still in America? I wonder. Did they finally get to move?
Everything in the store, and it would have identified all of Brian's stuff, and they never provided it, so we couldn't then demand the third-party evaluation.
And it's now, what, a year and a half later?
You know, who knows what.
Still no inventory.
So.
Would have solved a lot of problems a year and a half ago to go, here's the inventory.
And even Brian still hasn't received this inventory list yet.
I've never received an inventory list. I've never received a record of sales because they can't provide it. They opened the store up almost right away and started selling it.
And the worst part about all of this is it seems like the CEO is pretty much just trying to rub all of this in everyone's face.
Yeah, like, the thing is, I know it's not entirely Scotch Power's fault, but the way they've handled it for the past 7 months is their fault. And that's more what I'm pissed about.
I turn on the news.
Because, like, I've had my, like, fair enough, it's not entirely their fault, but the way they've handled it and, like, the way they spoke to me on the phone and stuff, and, like, one of the times I was, like, literally in tears over it and shit, that is their fault. Hi, Diego.
I saw this.
Now, as far as offering Brian the inventory, have you gone through the store, figured out what was part of his collection, taken inventory and shown him that inventory to offer that?
We
we've tried to share those with Mr. Mansell.
Tried to share them,
You
huh?
can see, like that we were not attempting in any way, shape, or form to withhold anything. Those then were offered to him, and the initial offer was rejected.
So now on public television, Ammon, the CEO, is telling
of course
the
it's on
world
Fox
that
News,
he
bro.
tried to give us this inventory, but we're the ones that didn't want it.
We do want to help him recover as much of the collection. Our number one priority right now is to ensure that he gets made whole. We know that we have a responsibility to work with him to make sure he does get made whole.
So you've offered Brian the inventory of sets that was in the store.
Yeah, whatever was left over, we've offered that on multiple occasions. So we've tried to make multiple offers, and hopefully we'll be able to get them to the table so we can discuss it.
And this is pretty much Ammon's game plan now. Go on as many news stations as you can and lie.
The entire time we were saying, hey, we want
It's kind of crazy. He's lying about all this shit. Okay, I don't know if it's just... Surely, when it gets this big, right, you're just better off fucking admitting fault and doing it instead of like... I don't get these people. I just don't get them. I don't get it. Is it really so hard to admit you're wrong? Like, is it really that bad to admit, yeah, we fucked up, we're sorry? Is that really so hard for some people?
Them back.
Would you be willing to just take this? And the answer was no. It was attempted to be given to the family.
Then the company's completely fucked. Yeah, but most of the time when that happens, they have a fall guy. This guy could be the fall guy publicly, but still get like paid behind the scenes. That's how everyone fucking does it. That's literally how every like PR people do it. They blame one person, fire that one guy, and then everything's rosy again.
Well, that's Ammon's side of the story, but I say let's take a look at what actually happened.
Read from the bottom up. That is our correspondence with Bricks and Minifigs, trying to work with them in getting the sets back.
So right when this happened, Brian hired an attorney to reach out to Bricks and Minifigs. He sent an email saying, how should we proceed to retake the possession of the sets/minifigures?
It's so rigged.
Emailed back saying they were willing to help. And then after this, they just never respond. So Brian's attorney sent them another email, just following up on this, when can we pick up the sets? And they still didn't respond. So the attorneys emailed back saying, it's now been 16 days. How can we get these Legos back? And finally, they received a response.
It says Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson have no legal obligation to return any of
the fucking names
Lego product that exists in their store to you. What? So yeah, basically they're saying that they're the ones that are not able to work with you, is what it seems like.
Exactly.
They finished this email saying, we consider this matter closed and will not be returning any Lego products to you. So as you can see, that's the reality of what actually happened. But then Ammon goes on Fox News and says this.
So they actually did have an attorney send information to us. We said, great, appreciate this. Let's see what we can do to work this out. Yeah. And then we never heard back.
So why is Ammon going on like Fox News then and saying, we wanted to give Brian his stuff back. He's the one that didn't want his stuff back. He didn't.
That just doesn't make sense because none of this would have fucking happened. You know what I mean?
Wanted any of his things.
That's my point. I don't know. He's lying.
I truly do believe in integrity. Truly, I believe in the sentiment of integrity, and I believe everyone should have integrity.
But anyways, another thing the CEO seems to be pretty upset about is that when Brian kept demanding his stuff back and couldn't get it back, eventually he had enough. And he was like, I'm going to make a Facebook post about this. And in his Facebook post, he called Bricks and Minifigs thieves and liars. This Facebook post, like, really pissed off Ammon. I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is literally suing Brian now for millions of dollars.
What?
All because of this. I mean, back when I was talking to him...
Wait, you know that's a recent lawsuit too. Before, like... Okay. They're trying to sue him for millions. After Ben got involved. Not before. After Ben got involved.
And now for millions of dollars.
Wow.
All because of this. I mean, back when I was talking to him at corporate headquarters, he made it very clear that what they did is technically not actually considered theft.
There is no theft. Do you understand the legal definition of theft? Legally have to be
So
the definition of knowing that the property was
stolen. If he knows that.
Otherwise not
sus.
Yeah.
known to that person.
And on my phone,
It was not known until Mr. Mansell came in days later and said, I have some of these things.
It was not known until. Okay, so that means it's known now?
and that's another lie again, because
It is not another lie.
So I showed Ammon the security camera footage where corporate acknowledges that they are now going to be responsible for these Lego Star Wars sets.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets,
A lot of those videos are recapping, but I understand why he's doing
I
that.
don't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours.
Because he wants people talking about it again after the big break, right?
And after showing him this footage to try to bring the conversation back to reality, this was his response.
Extortion.
Because we caught you guys?
Extortion?
Because you are attempting to extort us, so that's what you're doing. What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
Nope. We have done nothing.
See, I agree too. I agree. Nope, it's not illegal on us. Thank you for.
We have done nothing illegal, and you are doing something illegal right now.
I don't think it's illegal.
It's crazy because every piece of evidence is monumentally bad for them, but still nothing's getting done about it. Even though they have mountains of evidence, nothing's getting
So I
done.
think us catching you guys doing the illegal thing doesn't make that what we're doing is illegal. That means what you guys are doing is illegal.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working with us. And
after just going around in circles for probably 30 to 40 minutes and just, having like kind of less than genuine questions or less than genuine responses being given to me, I was exasperated by the end of it. And that's, when people get tired and exasperated, that's when we finally got the footage that we can use to make him look like a completely unreasonable monster, but that's what they do is people whose goal is to do those types of things.
There's someone
they
sitting
just
behind him here.
harass and go after people as long and hard as they can until somebody breaks and says something that, then they can, use that one clip to be like, oh, look at this horrible monster of a person. So that's what I feel like.
I'm worried it's gonna go past the scope of what the family cares to do. I just hope that the family gets the Kickstarter funds to them.
Really happened here.
Honestly, I think that's the best thing that can happen for Brian. So if he wants to dip out of the stress, obviously he's getting sued, so he can't just dip out. But of all the other stuff, if he can at least get the money for his father, that's good for him. But if Ben wants to keep going, I think they need to try and separate it
So
maybe at
Ammon's
some
claiming
point.
that-
Because all of this is against Ben at this point.
I just
Poor
harassed
Brian,
him for
man.
30 minutes, and finally he got fed up with us, which that was the one clip at the end that I used in my documentary. So I say let's go to the very beginning of the footage, my first interaction with them, and see what actually happened.
So what's going on?
so you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Yeah, literally from the very first sentence we ever exchanged with each other, Ammon's goal was just to lie to us. But anyways, I'm now starting to think that the only reason Ammon wanted us to email him about the inventory list wasn't actually to give us the inventory list, but actually
To try and make a claim for harassment?
yeah,
Maybe?
Ammon only wanted me to email him so he can find out my email and subpoena Google and find out all of my private information. You think I'm lying, but they actually did this. They subpoenaed Google asking for all private information tied to this email address. And Google sent them like hundreds of hours of all the raw footage from everything I've filmed to the Lego video so far. All my emails, all my search history, all the metadata that shows everywhere I've been. But anyway,
How can they do that? What?
this was the reaction of the police officer after she watched my entire first episode.
I'm really curious to see if this fool even makes any money doing this YouTube stuff. I'm like, if it's enough for him to travel to another state just to go get some footage. It doesn't even sound like his secret information doesn't even seem credible from my understanding.
No, so it sounds like you were able to watch the video.
I think by secret information, the police officer is referring to the security camera footage that proves that everything Bricks and Minifigs is saying is a lie. My first question is, how could this not be credible? It's literally just video evidence of what happened that night. But at least now I can see why the police aren't listening to me. They're basically just saying that all of the evidence I submit to them is not credible and therefore case closed. Ben's wrong and we're right because we said that the evidence is uncredible. At this point, Bricks and Minifigs is working with the police to just come up with whatever story they can to make any evidence I give them seem as uncredible as possible.
All of your actions to just generate clicks and likes to get, you know, like social media clout without putting in work and just doing the crummy stuff.
Interesting.
He seems like a fun gentleman.
No. Oh, and you know,
His MO really seems to follow somebody who's like a paper tiger, right? Like
10 months
Paper
swagger.
tiger. 10 months, Maddie. Oh my god, tier 2. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maddie.
keyboard warrior. They'll make
Keyboard
This is the
warrior.
craziest part of the video to me. Ammon's claiming that I'm a keyboard warrior. And a keyboard warrior is basically just someone who talks a lot of smack online, but then when it actually comes down to it,
But he is
won't do
doing it in
anything
person.
Which, I mean, if we look back at the footage, I accomplished almost everything I set out to do. I didn't get scared of anything. If someone in this story is a keyboard warrior, I don't think it's me. I think it's Bricks and Minifigs. I mean, let's double check by looking at the footage. Ammon claims with his words that he can give us the inventory list.
We can show the inventory list.
But when it actually comes down to it, he's terrified to give it to anyone. Bricks and Minifigs this entire time has also just been begging me to sue them.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you sue me? Let's go to court. Sue me for it.
Some state attorney needs to pick up this case.
So when I finally go out and actually sue them, they close down their store. And now Bricks and Minifigs is going to absolute extreme lengths to hide from this lawsuit.
Are you okay if she just gives you the paper so we can just...
No, I'm not accepting service from her.
You can't not accept that. Like, what? I don't
Bricks and
understand.
Minifigs is showing
I
all
don't
of the signs of a
understand.
keyboard warrior, but for some reason they think that I'm the keyboard warrior. At this point, it almost seems
No, I'm
like
sorry, he said
everything
no,
Bricks and
being
Minifigs
served.
is doing, for some reason they think that I'm the one that's the one doing it.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys. Hopefully, no more issues. There's so many other things that this guy could like be talking about, right?
Yeah, like helping out an old disabled man trying to get his $200,000 back that got scammed by like an evil corpo. I think that's definitely the kind of stuff he should be putting his time into.
100%.
Or maybe about like the corrupt police departments. Maybe. I think you're right. He could be putting his time into better things than trying to save an old man's money. I think he should be investigating corrupt police people.
Sometimes, you know, like, it's a cost fallacy. They just think, oh, I put so much time and effort into this. I gotta make sure.
I think he should start investigating police departments, you know? I think that's a good idea after this drama.
Ammon just completely proved my point. Obviously, I'm not suffering from the sunk cost fallacy at all. Ammon's the one suffering from the sunk cost fallacy. I mean, they literally already admitted to me that they've held onto the Legos for so long, it's not worth it for them to give it back to us anymore.
I'm not going to distribute those things at this point. We've kept them on hold for this long, so.
Let's see what else Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Well, they're suing me for defamation. But this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs is actually the ones defaming me.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person.
Defamation is very hard to prove also.
Let's go to the next thing Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Extortion, when they're the ones actually extorting me by saying if I don't let them steal the Legos from us, they're gonna make up a reason to throw me in jail.
That's true.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're a fucking thief.
Dang. Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
He's way more threatening with it as well.
Charges.
And also, the guy said to the cops the last time that he was gonna fucking shoot him. He literally threatened to murder the guy to the cops, and the cops didn't do shit. He was like, if he comes on my property, I'm gonna shoot him, and nothing got done about that.
Reckless
He literally
vandalism,
threatened
Rico.
that.
I think it is more likely that the police are guilty of RICO, right?
And if you look
This is literally Gotham Say. So, wait. This is literally Gotham Say.
It is more likely
That's
that
actually a funny
the
as fuck
police are
comment.
guilty of RICO, right?
And if you look at the CEO's previous businesses, he actually got sued for RICO. He's the one guilty of RICO, not me. They're also
Utah might be
accusing
the
me
first
sending a
gate of
sniper
hell.
to shoot out the windows of the McNeff house.
You guys want to come
Batman
to the
help
window
us.
and see where they were shooting from. It could be a sniper blade on the hill.
When the police got there, they realized it was actually a construction worker who accidentally shattered the window.
Seems more likely that it happened from construction work than it happened from some random
Oh my
people across the way.
But even after all this, they still go online and say it was me.
He's trying to get Ben Schneider for like attempted murder. He's basically trying to set Ben Schneider up for attempted murder when meanwhile it was a nail from his own construction worker.
So what's the moral of the story here?
What?
It looks like everything bad Bricks and Minifigs is doing, they think that I'm the one that's doing the bad thing. It makes no sense.
So, just to let you know, we call it a double blind. The person who committed the crime may or may not be in the lineup or depicted. So I will give this to you. You'll have as much
Is it getting a lineup?
to choose someone
Okay.
or to not choose anyone. Whenever you're able to feel that you have ID'd somebody, I just ask that you circle it and then initial next to it.
And then, like that?
Perfect.
Okay. There you go.
If I know anything about the US justice system, the crazy thing is that this may actually work.
Okay. Cool.
Really, this was like the final step that I needed. This is legit. We've been able to verify who he is now.
Yep.
So the police put on this big performance to make it look like they're going to all this work to verify the facts. When in reality, they already know who I am. They already subpoenaed Google. They already watched my entire first Lego video.
Oh, it was the police department that did that?
Through all
Okay.
my search history. To me, this just feels like a staged performance so they can show the world, hey, look, we verified everything, when if they would have just put an equal amount of effort into watching the raw footage I submitted to them, they would have found out that Ammon's just completely lying to them, but for some reason they didn't. A few weeks later, when I ended up going to court, this was the state's response.
My name is Nick Mielstein. I'm the prosecutor. Is Benjamin Schneider here?
Yes.
If you want to take care of that today, we could do what we call a plea in abeyance.
Were you able to see the footage I submitted to the police of our interaction?
I have not watched it, no.
Okay, because in that footage, you can clearly see that the second he tells us to leave, we say, okay, we'll leave. And then he calls the police and said that we threatened to burn down the building.
Is this going to court when they've not watched any of the evidence?
Shoot everyone inside.
What?
And he was just making up all these lies, which you can clearly see in the footage that we submitted. We were being respectful the whole time. We left the second he told us to.
Sorry, let me look.
And so it makes sense why the police would take me to court, because I mean, he's threatening that.
I know they're in on it and that they're Mormons and stuff. I know, but it's
we did
just
nothing.
crazy.
Like, he's just saying that because he's trying to. I'm a documentary maker, so I'm making a documentary on the thing. So his logic is if he throws me in jail, then if he makes up a reason for me to go to jail, then I won't be able to expose them for their crimes. So that's the what's going on. It's clear as day in the footage if you watch it.
Hi, Kitsune.
It seems like they're just making up a bunch of false information in order to silence criticism.
So did you submit that to the police officer?
Yes.
Is the footage going such that it's still going like when you step out the door?
It starts from when we're in the elevator before we talk to him to when we were back in the elevator going back down.
Obviously, a video doesn't necessarily show
Oh
everything
my
that possibly happened.
So according to the state of Utah, the raw video that shows everything that possibly could have happened is not credible and could not have shown everything that possibly could have happened. And they didn't even watch it. They're literally just taking Ammon's word for everything and completely ignoring all the evidence. So where does this leave me now? Not only am I being charged with a bunch of mystery crimes in American Fork, Utah, but I'm also being charged with a second-degree felony up to 15 years in jail in Provo, Utah. And now that they have written proof that I'm committing all of these insane crimes against them, I mean, obviously Bricks and Minifigs.
If they're saying his videos are not fucking proof and stuff, what are they using as proof?
Just made up everything.
Someone's fucking made up words?
But that's not.
How can they say his proof isn't fucking necessarily correct or proof, but then they have nothing either?
The court thinks that these are real, and for whatever reason, the court wouldn't let me share my side.
He's not a Mormon?
They only heard Bricks and Minifigs' side.
Ben's side was not in the room, was not heard. The court signed an order erasing his published work on the strength of the company's verified complaint and the company's motion, with no one there to say a word against it.
Yeah, the judge granted a temporary restraining order, preventing me from even talking about Bricks and Minifigs, which sucks because this was the night I hit 1 million subscribers, and all my friends threw a giant surprise party for me. Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs gets to just keep spreading their lies about me, and I just have to sit in silence, and there's nothing I can do to stop them.
Eyewitness testimony, which is historically least accurate. Yes,
It's crazy
you're
to
right.
think about how much public support I was getting.
$200,000 Lego dispute that's turning into one of the craziest legal cases and an internet crusade that is just exploding.
A $200,000 Lego collection. This $200,000 Lego scandal is literally one of the
Philip DeFranco's still on the go on this shit? Damn.
Video that I've seen.
Don't show this freak. Sorry. Not sorry.
Reckless Ben. Reckless Ben.
It really seemed like the entire internet was uniting to stand up to this bully of a company.
Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it.
Brick by brick.
Patreon CEOW!
It really did seem like we were right about to get the Legos back. But I was wrong.
This is the next versus the US or versus Utah case that's gonna shake the ground. I hope so,
now
bro.
the court has silenced
I hope
me.
so.
And it looks like all the work I put into this was just for nothing. However,
Until?
people were pretty upset that I was silenced and decided to protest. It sucks that I'm not even allowed to be a part of this movement anymore. Or maybe I can be here. I just have to be in disguise so no one recognizes me.
No.
Alright, I'm here with, what was your name?
I'm Jerome. Just here to support the cause. Just American.
Is this allowed? I feel like he's not allowed to do this.
Here to support.
Here with Jerome.
I spent the rest of the day protesting for the cause. And
Justice for heroin kids.
Recognized who I actually am. And maybe the
Probably
protesting
not.
worked because after
Why is he doing this? He's just making himself more liable to doing something, man.
Silent, I finally have an announcement.
Well, it looks like I don't need this disguise anymore because I have my freedom of speech back, baby. I can say whatever I want. I can say Bricks and Minifigs sucks.
This could fuck up the case. I can see why people are mixed on his actions, because there is like things like that he should not be doing. You know what I mean? I think him going hiding behind the tree with the shit in the background was fine, but actually taking part of it was maybe not fine.
Bricks and Minifigs such old people.
So I can see why people are mixed on him. But also,
We got our First Amendment rights back. Yeah.
And now that I have my freedom
holy
of
fuck,
speech
this looks
back,
terrifying.
everyone is wondering how Bricks and Minifigs can make up for the fact that they made up
YouTuber
all
type
these
thing
lies
to
about
do,
me
yeah.
to take away my freedom of speech. Most legal experts are saying I could.
I'm mixed on his actions. I mean, I think a lot of people are, but also I don't think we can really blame him, because he's the one that's going fucking through it. You know what I mean? He also had no. We have to remember, he had no stakes here. He had no reason to even get involved. But he purposely got involved, and he's the one getting shit and threatened jail time and all this other stuff. He's not even originally part of the problem. You know what I mean? So I can see why some of his methods are questionable.
Easily win millions of dollars from Bricks and Minifigs, but instead.
I genuinely think that how this case turns out will be a good indicator of the precedent going forward for how much the government and justice system favors corporations over the people. It's either going to be even more blatantly obvious that they favor corporations, or it's going to go completely the other way around and it's going to be a good thing, but I don't
Legal
have high
experts are saying
hopes because it's America.
I could easily win millions of dollars from Bricks and Minifigs, but instead, I have a better solution.
If they want to apologize, they can say that they're sorry by doing the chicken dance. And I will take that as a sincere form of apology. And once they do the chicken dance, then I will know that Bricks and Minifigs is sorry. And we can finally move on to the next video series, and it'll be awesome. So you guys might be thinking, why do you want them to do the chicken dance? And there's actually a reason. So this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs always says the right thing, but then their actions don't match their words at all. So I was thinking, well, if they get given an apology, they might say the right things, you know, but they're not actually gonna mean it. So by doing the chicken dance, I'm gonna basically just be giving them another opportunity to do the right thing, not just with their words, but with their actions. And once they decide to do the right thing,
I'm gonna play Hollow Knight. I'm starting to get
move on to the
political.
next video series and never talk about Bricks and Minifigs again. And also make sure to check us out at www.westealfromoldpeople.com, because right now we have 2 new Lego sets for sale that you can buy right now.
Look, all I'm saying is
One of
stuff does
Joshua
look a bit
Johnson
bleak.
And one of Ammon McNeff.
Yeah.
And
I get you,
we're all
Dallin. Have
making
fun with Hollow
500 of
Knight.
each, and once
It's
all
not something I
500
like
of
talking
each
about
sell out,
either, because
we'll never
I'm just a stupid VTuber, self-admittedly. I'm dumb as fuck, okay? I'm not the best person you should be talking to about this shit. Realistically, my chat probably isn't a good place for it. Realistically.
Sell for like $1 million or something. They're gonna be collectibles. It's gonna be sick. Also, subscribe to Patreon. You'll get tons of behind the scenes, tons of extra footage, full interviews. Also, part 4's coming soon.
Let's watch stuff about the corruption in the World Cup.
Also, subscribe to part 5. Subscribe to part 6.
No, don't call me that. Don't call me that. What do you think about ice? Haha. Oh, like in my drink. Isn't that what she said? I don't remember what she said. Fuck ice.
It'll be at least 2 years and 52 weeks a year. That's 104 parts at least.
I want to spam kill that boy. Oh, wait, he got cut off.
My lawyer said if Bricks and Minifix sues me, which they've still not dropped their lawsuit, then it'll be at least 2 years and 52 weeks a year. That's 104 parts at least. So come back all the way until 100.
Okay, he just cuts off. Oh, I don't know what that is, guys.
Then it'll be at least 2 years and 52 weeks a year. That's 100.
Summarize. Judge is corrupt, the police are corrupt, Bricks and Minifix aren't a company, they're an organised crime syndicate. Kind of a nothing burger video. It is, but I understand why, you know what I mean? He was silenced for so long about it. He needs to bring the outrage back, because like a lot of things, it gets quiet over time, you know? So it makes sense why he's done this video. He's basically re-summarized everything, more court order like, and I get it, you know? Nothing major's happened, but honestly, when it becomes a legal battle, I don't think major things are going to happen anymore. That female officer fabricating a felony should be looked at. Having the police fabricate a charge and not doing proper investigation is insane. The cop brainstorming charges that can give him is disgusting. The federal government needs to intervene. Sue everyone, Ben. Female cop is not being impartial at all. I just think maybe police officers need more vouching before they can become one, you know what I mean? But it doesn't work like that because they're all corrupt from the start. Shit. The female detective is Medina Door of the Provo PD. She's being sued in a wrongful death because she took someone who said they took a bunch of drugs to the hospital, but she didn't tell the hospital, then proceeded to take the person to jail without them getting treatment where they died of the overdose. Oh. It keeps disappearing. Vouch from their Mormon friends. Yeah. Man, I hope this becomes a big thing where it flips how these corporations can just do this sort of shit, you know what I mean? But most of all, I just hope Brian gets the money back for his dad. I know that he's going to be stressed the fuck out for years to come because of these lawsuits, but realistically, I just hope he gets that money, you know what I mean? He deserves it. I've looked into that stuff with the police before, especially in America. It's mainly due to the older police cops as young ones come in thinking they can change stuff. Stuff is already so cemented in by the older lot that they just get dragged into the corrupt parts and redo what the old ones do. Yeah. It's a shame. Because there's like... Nowadays, there's a lot of stuff around the police where like a lot of people don't even want to call them anymore, which I think is not, it shouldn't be like that, but it is what it is, you know? If everything goes the way it should, he should make much more than 200k. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just can't believe they're sending them back for millions, by the way, but at the end of the day, it's an entirely fucked situation that's going to take probably years to unravel now. Fucking hell, they could have just avoided all of it by just giving it back, bro. Now this is going to be like a years long lawsuit with probably the state getting involved. It's just fucked. It's fucked. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're fuck the heavy